Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today we're going to be watching the 1924 silent classic, The Hands of Orlac, or Orlac's Hände. This movie is an Austrian horror/thriller piece by Robert Wiene. Wiene is the director of the cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I guess you would say he was an early adherent of German expressionism, scientific horror, body horror. The Hands of Orlac, I believe, tells the story of a master concert pianist who unfortunately loses his hands to a tragic accident. It's Doctor Strange, but with perspective. If Doctor Strange is the power male fantasy of how we think we would handle the loss of our limbs and our livelihood, then this is probably a more realistic depiction, I'm guessing. And as always, if you like these videos, please give it a like, and I don't know, try subscribing? Who knows? Maybe it'll improve your love life. And also, please share. Sharing is caring, and caring is the beginning of bearing the utter pain of existence. Oh, also, I wonder if the soundtrack for this is like in any way legitimate. I always wonder where they get these soundtracks for these silent films. If we're feeling creative, we might just replace it with something. Maybe anime music. Maybe we'll have an anime music of Orlac's Hände. Regie Robert Wiene. The actor who plays Orlac in this, Conrad Veidt, apart from also sounding like a villain in an Alan Moore movie, was also the guy who played The Man Who Laughs, which was the basis for the Joker. Look at this wide expanse. Wow, choosing to shoot at such a far distance. I mean, I guess that would be a convenience for lighting, I suppose? I don't know. It's hard to, kind of retroactively and without any sort of actual knowledge of history try and guess as to the techniques of pre-sound filmmakers. I wonder, this is actually kind of reminding me of the use of all the smog, the fog and the steam to kind of like accent the lights. This is actually reminding me of the train robbery scene in the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. I'm wondering if it's so commonplace, but I do wonder if the cinematographer for that film, Roger Deakins, kind of like looked at this among other like train wrecks sequences in film for inspiration. But yeah, the use of like all the steam and fog and smoke kind of gives a nice like diffusion for all the light and like kind of like splashes it and splays it out to give dimension and kind of a soft bathing of light to everything. But I'm saying it's still a lot. Having like this many extras, this many like broken up like train cars, and shooting it all at nighttime, it's a lot. This is a huge kind of technical feat. This is a lot of work. Es ist halb sechs, Herr Professor. 6 Uhr wird Wasser hingerichtet und 8 Minuten. I know a little German. Only 2 years of college. Excuse me. So is this going to be a pillage the dead kind of thing? He's going to use the hands of the executed professor, but it's going to contain like the evil essence, the seed of Chucky of the executed man. Eisen, Bahn, Unglück. Eisen, one. Bahn meaning vehicle or road, and Unglück meaning happy, and Un meaning not. So a train not good, or an accident, a bad. Die Hände, Gottes Willen, die Hände. Yeah, it's not looking good. Like I said, I'm going to need your insurance card. Noch ein kurze Zeit, dann kommst du heim. Und Sonne. Am I going to be that bitch who, like, stares back at a movie that's literally, like, 90, 94, 96 years old and say, like, I think back then, even by back then standards, this actress isn't great? The line between a director setting a certain kind of tone and atmosphere and style for his film and an actor just going full tilt is very, very delicate. It's hard to tell sometimes when, like, an actor's going, like, way off the reservation, if it's solely by their inability or their intention, or if it's on the part of the director trying to create a specific tone. Because if you see, like, Jack Nicholson act crazy like he does in The Shining, in, like, As Good As It Gets, you'd be like, that doesn't work. But it works in The Shining if he's directed that way. She's got high expectations. I'm, like, not liking how much time she's taking just settling up next to him. He seems like he's dealing with a lot right now. She seems, just from my impression, just a teensy bit, just a little bit, just a smudge, just Susan, just an ounce overbearing. Okay, they had different eye lines. That sucked. You guys are looking in different directions. This is Harry Potter all over again with the Golden Snitch. Watch that scene again when they first released the Golden Snitch in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry and... oh shoot. What's the captain's name? Their eyes go in wildly different directions because Chris Columbus directed them and probably didn't have a lot of experience with CGI and didn't know to instruct them to follow a singular point. This is cool. Oh, we're doing tricksy stuff with the film right now. Hello, I'm Tilda Swinton traveling back through time to play a white man. Hello, it's me, Tilda Swinton, from Orlando. Did you see Orlando? It's me, Tilda Swinton. I was in a time travel movie back in the 90s that nobody has seen, but they don't know that I've actually been in really terrible movies. And not just Doctor Strange. What? Wow, what a note to get. Yo, SRY, couldn't save hands, gave you these ones instead. That's cool. See, I don't know why people complain about the acting from this era. I feel like I would react in the exact same way. It's crazy. Look how big that window is, and look how little light they've managed to filter into this room. Cameras, man, require so much light. I've got a murderer's hands, and I was wondering if perhaps you could my life. These hands were made for chopping, and that's just what they'll do. One day these hands are gonna strangle over you. Was? Raubmorders? Raubmorders. It's a crisp German accent I've got. Raubmorders. This doctor is throwing all of the looks. He is amazing. I have never seen an actor with such a contemporary flair for comedy in any other 1920s German or Austrian expressionistic film. Yo, girl, get over those hands, you weirdo. No, I say no to the institution of marriage. You think I would be tricked by this religious Ponzi scheme? Dude's about to go on a sex bender. Yeah, with his aspect ratio, Wiene seems content with capturing a lot of negative space above his performers' heads. And I get he's using that to also, like, establish, like, foreground and background a lot, too. I guess European doors are just, like, huge. But I'm just saying it's interesting. Now that is a shot, ladies and gentlemen. So many journals. Too many titles. Is that a boy or a girl? Do you have a crush on me? Check yes or no. She's giving him really flirty eyes. I, don't understand some of the intentions of some of these performers. Was all the rest of that text in French and just the... Yeah, the rest of that's in French, and then the article of the headline that changed into an article, but the typeface is completely different from everything else, is in German. We're kind of getting into the bluegrass section of the music. Insert coat rodeo sessions here. Look at your big, beautiful eyes. Oh wow, this is like me trying to do a Gaussian blur mask on my videos. That's a cool shot. He just went into a memory in his hands. This movie does take its time. Excalibur! Obliterate! You do know you did not commit these crimes, right? Dude, that door is so flimsy. Yo, was that made of plywood? That ain't no door I have ever seen. It's a plush couch. It'd be a shame if somebody were to stab it. It'd be a shame if somebody were to put their feet on it. Yo, couch. I feel like this movie is just going to be a series of isometric exercises performed by Conrad Veidt. Man, I bit off more than I could chew with this movie. Where I go, when I go there, no more memories anymore. Touch me just like that, and oh yeah, no, that's heaven. Now that's so nice. Now lower down where the figs lie. It's like German expressionists have no sense of what a fill light is. It's just like spotlight, 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 direct source, direct source, direct source. Can we use something to maybe bounce the light on some of the other parts of the... No! We are looking at one thing at a time in these movies. Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun. So my sympathies have entirely shifted now that he's taken his smooth-ass time with all of these, like, will he or won't he kill somebody with his knife? I'm like, is this what it's like living in a house with a Republican? It's like, I can't help myself. I just gotta bang, bro. Daddy's gotta stab. Paris Dupree. Paris Dupree. You are treacherous murderer realness. Look at you. You had your hands taken out by a head-on train collision, and the only thing they could do is replace them with those of a murderer. You know, the hands may be murderous, but the shoulders are close to God. Nobody's saying those shoulders had to do anything they didn't want to do. So I'm just going to ask the question that's on everybody's mind. If he jerks off with these hands, if he jerks off with another man's hands, does that make him gay? You know, these hands just always want to kill, and they'll stop at nothing. But as soon as you put those hands on his dick, all of a sudden they're pleasant little kittens, unwilling to hurt a fly. Robert Wiene, he's like a jazz musician. It's about it's about the parts of the set he doesn't want to light. Genuinely, I've never seen such distant master shots. Like, this is like, I understand that there's group shots like this in like Metropolis, but like individual shots this distant, Wiene, you're like a cold mother. He's like insistent on being as distant from his characters as possible. Look how far away these guys are. Why would you choose to shoot like this? No, she ain't happy with this. She can really do it with her eyes. She goes for it. Seems to be the only acting she's aware of. Giant glaring eye acting. These are really cool shots, I have to say. It's just the transitions between them are so long. Everybody seems to be in such a bad mood in this movie. What, like you've got problems? Try 2020. Come back to me. So why are you telling him to go see him? Also, what a weird flex telling that to your husband. Hey, by the way, it's not that I don't like your father, it's that he's the embodiment of evil. You hate to see it. To be honest, I'm probably going to pin it on the valet. That valet seemed very questionable. The killer's signature weapon. Good thing he used this perennial identifier of him at the scene of the crime. This movie moves with monastic calm. A snail would look at this and be like, you gotta play catch up a little bit. Bellatar looks at this movie and was like, goals. Weird energy. Weird prosthetic energy. I'm a cowboy, baby. Oh, you didn't know? He kind of looks like Bobby Moynihan. Oh boy. I hope I can find a substitution for this soundtrack. You will find it too ridiculous. I mean, who? Who? It's a weird movie. There's a lot to like in it, but if it's not your taste, be prepared for a grueling experience. Like, I just can't look at I just can't look at this dude's stupid I'm evil face. Weird energy that all this bad stuff happened to him for, like, literally no good reason. He got into a horrific train accident, and rather than medical services keeping his best interest at heart, they replaced his hands with a murderer's hands and made his life living nightmares ever since then. I am truly brought to the brink of my patience. This is why I must sleep before I watch these things. Usually it doesn't matter. Even if there's like tonal inconsistencies or tonal dissonance from what I usually prefer, like there's enough to latch onto. This, by nature of its like format, is just too much of a humdrum and a bother. Oh good, we're still in the same scene. The Good Wife. The Good Fight on CBS. Watch what happens. I feel the exact same way watching this movie. I don't even know if I can like do this project. I might have to scrap it all because like I'm just like not saying anything. Yep. There it is. You've remembered now. This thing that happened yesterday. There he is. There's this motherfucker right there. A chair. Evil Bobby Moynihan. And introducing Evil Bobby Moynihan. Thank God for police. Glad they handled that. What was... So, he had no sense of... He didn't think that there was an option at all for Orlac to go to the police? I need you to stop doing this smiley face weird shit. I hate your stupid smiley face. Oh god, look at him point. What a assholey way to point. Oh, Jesus. He's like a mix of all the worst attributes I find in an actor. Too slow when he wants to be, too fast. Well, I don't know if that's entirely the case. And so ends this strange chapter, and he never played piano again. And that man went on to become Adolf Hitler. Is this a happy ending? Him carrying her unconscious body home? Da 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 da. Well, wasn't that just weird energy all around? From my vantage point, I can't really speak to any, like, technique or things that, like, caught my attention. It mostly looked like, you know, a kind of a standard array of shot compositions and a few interesting special effects. Mostly I got caught up in, like, how incredibly slowly Wiene chose to disperse information. And, you know, that might be true of all films of that era, but holy cow, was that a slog to get through. And me talking a big game at the beginning of this about how acting styles are more transferable than we think, and maybe it wasn't so bad from these previous generations. Holy crap, the acting was bad. That dude was mugging the shit out of the scenes. Oh, boy. And, like, even Conrad Veidt, I don't know. I have a little bit more sympathy for him, and the doctor was surprisingly wry. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to challenge myself on the next one and really look to find something that will scare me, and I gotta remember to actually get some sleep before watching these. If you like this video, leave a like, and maybe subscribe if that's your inclination, and yeah, let me know in the next one if you have any off the beaten path horror movie recommendations. I'll try and check it out before the month is up. In the meantime, keep watching good movies.
It's not my property. You didn't win in my yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?